Wee is a great way to start the show.
Do, do, do,
Wahoo!
do, do, do.
Wahoo,
There
everybody!
goes.
I'm a Chris Pratt on the I'm Clifford Today show. I'm a Chris Pratt trying to do a Mario voice, which is basically Chris Pratt's normal voice, but with a little
They
bit
actually
of
said
Italian.
They actually said he had a better accent, but the studios didn't want him to do that accent, so that's what we got. So
They're like, no, how
blame
are
the
they going to
studios.
know? How are they going to know it's you?
Oh, but then, but I want
I thought
to
this
be
was an
Ita-
animated movie.
Yeah, but Mom, I
And-
want to be Italian.
Peter, just because you have a mustache doesn't mean you speak Italian. Anyways, welcome to the I'm Clifford Today
Well, thankfully,
show.
we already do have mustaches. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, we all have mustaches, so we can speak Italian, right?
We all got that facial hair.
So anyway,
that means that you have good theology. All the people with best theology have beards. But welcome everybody to the I'm Clifford Today show. I don't know if it's just been a long week, but we're a little silly today, but we're probably also just very excited to have Josh back on the show. Hello, Josh.
Yay!
How's it going? How have you been?
It's going.
What's new?
Busy but good.
Yeah.
Nothing new right now. So yeah.
Yeah, just been very busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
but
sometimes it's just not easy for us to get our schedules to work together. All of us got to work around our work schedules and life schedules. I mean, you're the only family man in this group, so you've got to work around that. So I'm glad that we did. It's been a weird few months with like Audiofeed and everything, but we're making it work. Which, speaking of which, you guys probably already know if you can read and you read the title and saw the thumbnail. But today, of course, we're going to be. We had Jonathan Allen Wright on the show. I interviewed him at Audiofeed. Is the second of 3 Audiofeed interviews that you guys will be watching or listening to. And and if you guys haven't, check out the previous episode where I talked to Eric from SOWER. It was a fantastic conversation. So please go check that out. It was really good. So Jonathan Allen Wright, and if just a kind of a forewarning, this episode is going to be a little shorter. We got kind of cut early a little bit, so Jonathan said that he'd be happy to come on a second time, so for another episode. So we'll probably do that soon. But we're going to get to that in a minute. I guess Nick, I don't want to exclude you. How are you doing?
Well, we've had some ups and downs, but we're doing pretty good. It's going uphill from here. Oh,
that's good.
I did get started on reading Fellowship of the Ring this week.
Yay! Very nice.
Yeah.
Tolkien did not have a beard that I remember, but he had good theology.
You don't really need.
It's Tolkien.
You don't really need a beard. Well, hey, he wrote a lot of characters that had awesome beards, so that makes up for it, I think. I mean, I think Gandalf, compared to all of us, probably has the closest to perfect theology than all of us, I think.
Oh, I thought you were about to say beard size.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying, and that's why his theology is so good, because he worships the Tolkien version of God, and I'm already forgetting his name. Tolkien nerds are going to be very mad
Yeah.
at me, but like I'm
Here's
not that
Gandalf
big
right
of a
here.
Tolkien nerd. But that's cool. I read Fellowship of the Ring a few years ago, and then I finished The Two Towers like last year. And one of these days, when I'm ready to read again, I will pick up The Return of the King. So, but of course, you read The Hobbit just recently too, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's my favorite personally in terms of like book reading experience. You know,
Yeah,
it's
that
so
was
good.
fun.
Yeah. Have you read any Tolkien, Josh?
I read them all.
Even the
The winner,
Silmarillion.
that was a hard read, but
Silmarillion.
I got through it. I got through it.
I'm feeling
When I
ambitious because, like,
when I
I know that one's a bit complicated, but I was like, I would like to dive into that after I
It's
get done with
basically
the
just
main
like a
book.
history book, kind of.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
pretty much.
when I was in seventh grade, there was a program where you got points for reading so many books, and Tolkien books gave you the most points. So I was like, you know what? I'm going for the most points. So let me read all his
Yo.
books.
I
Like it
love
was like
that.
1,000 points per book. So I was like, I'm just gonna
Wow,
read Tolkien books. And
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so, but you
I
had to
love
answer a
that.
quiz to earn those points afterwards. So
Oh, okay.
it was challenging, but I
That's
got them.
epic.
So I'm in a history of, I think, the third place of the most points in a school year from that school. So thanks, Tolkien.
Oh,
So
wow. Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Thanks, John
Yeah.
Ronald Rule Tolkien. I just love
As
that
well, I'm so.
incentive that they give for you to read Lord of the Rings
hmm
by making it like be the most points. I like
yeah. So
that.
like I read all the Hardy Boys and the Nancy Drew. Those were
Ah,
like 50 points per book, but they were like a
Hmm.
huge catalog. So I was like, okay, cool.
and they're
But I was like,
short
I ran
too.
out of time. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
was like run out of time. So I was like, all right, Tolkien, you gotta give me all the
Let's
Hobbits.
do
Yeah.
this.
So yeah, I
Nice.
read all the Hobbit, all the Lord of the Rings, and yeah, he did it. So
Tolkien
Nice.
did it. Thanks so much, Tolkien.
Woo.
Well, unfortunately, this is not a Tolkien podcast. I would love it if it
Darn
was,
it.
but we're a Christian music podcast, and we're just gonna go. We're gonna basically whenever we have an interview episode from now on, we're gonna leave all the extra stuff for after the interview. So we're gonna do housekeeping and everything afterwards. There's not a lot of housekeeping to do, but and then of course, well, I wanted to share about my time at Audiofeed, and then we'll do my humble opinion at the end, which we're going to be talking about new music from the band Advent, and then new music from John Van
Yeah.
Deusen, and Speak of the
Yeah.
Devil, new music from SOWER. So it's
Yeah.
going to be a fun time. But yeah, without further ado, I mean, I guess a little intro for Jonathan Allen Wright. If you aren't familiar with Jonathan and his work, I mean, he does a lot. He is not only a a singer, songwriter, musician, but he's also a YouTuber. And his channel, just going to be honest, it's bigger than mine. So he's got some videos that have done pretty well on the YouTube sphere, and that was basically my introduction to him was coming across his videos, and I was like, oh, he makes music too. So it was really cool to find someone who did that. I mean, that was a big reason why I wanted him on, was because yes, we've had a couple YouTubers on this show and plenty of artists, but have never had someone who was both of them at the same time, which is like me. So I was very excited when they announced that he was going to be at Audiofeed, and I reached out to him, and he said yes. and we basically found out that we're the same person. And we hung. He was only there for the whole day, and so we just kind of. He was only there for one day, and so we just kind of hung out the whole time. And he had a great set as well. He didn't have it by the time of this recording, but it was really good. And yeah, so if you guys haven't before, go check out, just look up Jonathan Allen Wright on YouTube and all the streaming platforms. You'll find both his YouTube and his music. So yeah, it's a fun little conversation because it's basically us talking about the things that we like. So yeah. All right. Well, I guess without further ado, let's get into this interview with Jonathan Allen Wright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hearing you call me down. Oh, so I got on down. Limb by limb, I climb on down. Bridge by bridge, I climb on down to see if there is something more than what I've missed. I climb on down.
All right, yeah, count us in.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was sick.
That's
Thank you.
definitely staying in.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. All right.
What's up?
Hey, man. It's Jonathan. It's Jar.
Jaw.
Jaw.
Yeah, yeah.
Jonathan Allen
Dude,
Wright.
oh man, I've been called Jaw my whole life, and it's
I didn't
okay.
even
I
think
like-
of it until I think you said you like said something online.
Oh,
about
yeah.
it. Or maybe it was in a text. I forget. But I was like, oh, Jaw.
Yeah, well, it always happens like by surprise for me because people will put it together, but it'll take them like a year. They'll be like Jonathan Allen Wright, Jaw. You know, so it's crazy, man.
Or you could say Jar, but it's with a W and an
Yeah.
R at the end. I don't know.
We'll workshop it.
It's a lot better than Kick. I'm Clifford Isaiah Close,
Oh, kick.
and
That's
it's the wrong way to spell it though.
that's
so,
kind of fun though.
yeah.
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 I like it. I like kick.
Or click. Do the kind of thing where you include the second letter.
Yeah.
Click. I don't know. I can do something.
Again,
with
if I add the R back to the W, maybe it is jar. But like, I don't think that's how it
Jar.
quite
Probably
works.
not.
I got tongue
Jar
twisted
works.
just trying to.
See, but then that means you have to make a T-shirt
Yeah.
with like Jaws,
Yep.
but have it like JAW with the acronym.
Yeah. Or I'm gonna do kind of like the artist Lord did and just put a bunch of text just straight all over. It's the weirdest merch going on.
I
It
didn't
just
see
dropped.
that. That was merch that she did.
Yeah, she did merch where it was like all lowercase font, and
Okay.
it started on the sleeve and just is a paragraph across the top.
But that's it. Just
That's
like,
it.
Just
Yeah, that's the
across
whole
top
thing.
there.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Lord has just kind of lost the plot.
Yeah, I think
like,
so.
For me, I used to be such a big fan.
Yeah.
Like, I loved pure heroine and melodrama especially.
Man.
But then like the other album happened, I'm like, I'm not feeling
What
this.
what was that one? The Sun.
What was that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But there was the album Sun. I can't remember. It's
Solar Power.
Solar Power. I almost
Yeah.
said sun powered. You know.
Yeah, when she said, I'm like a prettier Jesus.
Yeah, we were kind of like that might not work for us. You know.
I don't think I can listen to this with the
Yeah.
clear conscience.
So it went out the window a little bit, and the
Yeah.
merch did too.
Yeah, I
So-
guess so. I wasn't even paying attention to
Oh
that.
man,
I mean, the cover for the album is weird.
it was weird,
But-
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
We're
It's sad.
so we're gonna talk only about Lord discography today.
Welcome to our review to what's
The-
it even called? Is it Virgin or something?
I think so. Is
Yeah.
that I haven't listened to it.
I only listened to the first single,
And then you were out?
I was like, you know what? You're right, Lord. I don't know what that was.
Yeah. I've got to maybe analyze it myself, but I skipped it so far. But
Yeah.
dude, life's crazy that we ended up doing this.
Right.
It really is weird.
I know. Yes. So I discovered you through YouTube actually, and It was actually when you did a video of you listening through the Newsboys Go.
Dang,
album.
that's early, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
It just came across my radar
Man.
because, as a lot of viewers know, I'm a big fan of like the old school classic Newsboys.
Yeah.
And I know that name is now
We're like,
attached
do we have
to
to censor that?
yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it on the channel, but we don't have to
Oh,
address
yeah.
it now. But yeah, that video came across my radar because I guess YouTube knew me so well, and I was like, oh man, I don't hear anyone talking about this album, so it was really fun. And then I realized that you had like your own music, and that's when I started listening to your music, and yeah, I don't know, the rest is history.
It's so weird, man. Like that video, I would say like YouTube. I started doing YouTube when I was really like young.
Yeah.
And it was the worst videos, as most of us probably would agree.
Same. Yeah.
It's like we're making the worst possible videos.
Mm-hmm.
But then I kind of went into the music avenue because I was always doing music and writing and stuff, and just kind of like lost.
So did the YouTube stuff come first before you did music?
In a way, yeah.
Okay.
Like I would say that I was doing YouTube, but it was completely different up until maybe I was 16.
Gotcha.
And then I kind of backed out of it and started writing more and doing more music and learning about that production. And then I would sometimes like edit a video to go with it, and still really loved it.
Yeah.
And then just all of a sudden I was working at a church and doing like all of their video stuff. It was like, I just love editing.
Yeah.
And then did that Newsboys video. And then I think I did another random
So
one
is that
after
like the kind of like the first
the first
video that
shift,
you did?
yeah,
Okay,
for
interesting.
sure.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. It was like early, because anything prior to that was maybe me doing a cover of a song,
Sure.
or like just a lyric video of something.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's just crazy. That's so early.
Yeah, I don't know. That video was just it was right down my alley, And then I realized that you were still doing videos and all the interesting stuff that you were doing videos on, and I was really excited to have you on. I knew, like, basically since I first discovered you, I'm like, oh, I gotta have him on the show sometime.
Yeah.
And it just worked out that you being at Audiofeed.
Because we're like in a music board group chat. And did we find out through that, or was it through Instagram that we found out we were both going to be here?
Well, I think the guy that like put. So we're talking about music board. It's basically kind of become the Letterboxd of music. Some guy emailed me. He was like a fan of my work, and he was like, "Do you have a music board account?" I was like, "I do, but I'm like never on it."
That was the same, dude. Same story here.
He's like, "Well, if you want, I can add you to this Christian music group that we got going on." I was like, "Okay, sure."
And you talk about Josh, right?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Josh, he lives like less than an hour from me.
Oh, okay.
And he was just watching YouTube one day. Then we started talking. And then he was like, "Hey, man, I edit like Genius lyrics all the time. Do you like want your lyrics on there?" I was like, "I mean, yeah, like let's figure that out."
Nice.
And
I didn't think anyone really did that.
Dude,
as a
yeah, he's
passion.
doing it all the time. He's killing it right now. Josh is
Nice.
doing everything. So, including
so.
making group chats that we wind up
Yeah,
in.
I guess so.
But
I mean, it's fun, I've had fun chatting when I can. Yeah, and then he like added you afterwards, and I was like, oh.
yeah. Well, yeah, because he was just like, everybody new, introduce yourselves, and they're all like, oh, it's Clifford. Yeah, we already talked to each other.
Yeah, we had been talking about setting this up and everything. So
yeah, but
just
then we
like
both
we were
ended
saying
up
earlier,
at Audiofeed,
small
dude.
world.
Yeah, it's crazy.
John was saying that this shirt that I'm wearing, his friend designed.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
like
another Josh.
That's crazy.
Too much.
I mean, I just got it because it's a Ruslan shirt.
Yeah,
so,
it's a cool shirt.
Ruslan's cool.
Yeah.
I gotta have Ruslan on the show.
But yeah, man, I really, when you reached out to me, I saw your channel and I was just like, oh, I love that he's like talking about this stuff, because it's so specific and it's so like rare to find any content around it. At least you think so. And because if someone looked at me, they're like, name people making content about like with like random CCM songs or
Yeah.
like reviewing things, I'd be like, I guess it's me and Cliff
Yeah.
now. Like, dude.
That's how I felt like when I started to I've changed it now because obviously we got you and a couple other people, I think. But I did, like, originally on the channel bio, I said, I think I'm the only one who reviews and talks about Christian
And then I
music.
showed up and you were like, oh no,
Oh, like, no,
You
I
got
was
a
ex- I was
graphic design
excited.
again.
Yeah, I mean, another thing that excited me too is like, because I've had YouTubers on the show before.
Yeah.
I most recently I had Say Goodnight Kevin on.
Oh no way.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't, dude. I used to watch his stuff like all of the time.
Oh
too.
yeah, he's great. And he was actually kind of part of the reason why I started doing what I was doing. I was like, I kind of want to be the music version of Say Goodnight Kevin.
Yeah, nice,
like
nice.
talking about music instead of movies. But the thing is that I've never had someone who is both a YouTuber and an artist on, which is, you know, two things that I can relate to.
Well,
So.
it's definitely like, I'll say this because I'm sure you will very much relate to it. Because if people now ask me, they're like, you know,
What do you do?
what are you? You know?
What are you?
I'm like, I don't know if I'm a YouTuber who's making music or a musician who's
Right.
making YouTube. Like
Yeah.
and I've for a while been trying to figure out how to like combine the worlds of like, I like making songs, but I also like talking about all of this weird stuff going on all of the time.
Yeah.
And I feel like even just recently I found like the pocket of what I was looking for, which was kind of the Steven Curtis Chapman video.
Yeah.
Because that was like, I'm going to review this whole thing. I'm going to make this long video. And then I'm going to like make and release a cover of the song that I pick.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
it felt like it like fit what I wanted to do.
Right.
And then thankfully it went well. And he like reached out. And I was
Yeah,
like,
that
oh, I'm
was
freaking
crazy.
out, dude. Like, what do I do?
Yeah, that's always that's kind of like how I felt. I had John James, the original lead singer of the
Dude,
Newsboys,
that's
reach out to me.
crazy.
So I can only imagine you getting to Mr. Chapman.
Dude, yeah, Mr. Chapman was this is a very true story about how I found that out. Is my daughter is just never sleeping, and I even mentioned it in that video. I'm
Yeah.
like, she's wide awake. I'm listening to music while she's awake.
Right.
Well, it's 4 a.m. and she wakes up screaming, and I'm like, okay, I gotta I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna sit down with her.
I know what she needs.
And I'm just going to sit and I'm going to rock her back to sleep. So she falls asleep in my arms and I'm like, I've got to stay awake.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of pull my phone out and I'm like, Steven Curtis Chapman. You know? But at that point, everyone's asleep.
Yeah.
And I have no one to talk to about this crazy moment that's just happened. And I'm barely awake. So I'm just staring at my phone like, huh?
It's like, is this real?
Yeah, I'm like processing
like, was it fake?
And then it's like he's, said, I've watched the whole video. I
That's
loved
crazy.
it. Like, I loved your cover. And then he like shares my music to his Instagram story.
Oh,
And
awesome. I didn't see that.
That whole thing's happening. And I'm just like freaking out internally, but trying to keep my child asleep.
Right.
I'm like, oh, what do I do? Yeah.
like
I
doing
can't
like
do
the
this.
silent screams. Like,
Yeah, exactly. So it's just super weird. And
crazy.
yeah, I was very glad that he liked it.
did you was there some part of you that like maybe thought that like while you're making the video, like, oh, Steven might see this?
There was definitely a moment where one of my friends is Chris McClarney, and he's a songwriter in Nashville. And I was texting him telling him I was doing this, and he was like, yeah, I know the Chapmans. And the moment he said
We're
that, I was
cool.
like, I think I'm a
chill.
little like, that Kevin Bacon degrees of like
Oh, yeah,
separation.
yeah.
I was like, I didn't think I was that. Like, I didn't think it was just a 1.
You never
I
knew
thought it was
this
like a
whole
3 or a
time.
4 maybe, right?
Yeah.
And so when I heard that, I thought, he might see it. And how do I feel? Because I'd already
Yeah.
shot it at that point. So it was a little spooky.
Yeah.
And then I dropped a trailer, and he just commented with a popcorn emoji.
Oh,
And
so,
that point, I was
okay.
like, oh no, I hope he
Okay.
likes it.
yeah, it's like he doesn't know what you're gonna say.
Yeah,
so.
I was like, I rated one of his albums a 3. I
I
hope
mean,
he's
well,
okay.
I remember when I saw the title of the video, it was like I watched nothing but Steven Curtis Chapman for I forget what it was for.
It's like 7 days or
7
something.
days.
Yeah.
Like my first thought is like, oh, he's gonna suffer. You know? Like
it
not
was
to say
18
anything
hours
about
of
his
his
music,
music,
but it's
dude.
more like if you listen to one artist for a long time, it's gonna gonna have a toll on you, most
Dude,
likely.
yeah. It kind of like his was interesting because it kind of ebbed and flowed.
Sure, yeah.
So
There's
every
enough
album,
variety in
yeah,
there.
you were like, I feel like I'm kind of listening to something different, and there was a lot that I was really familiar with. So it's like maybe nostalgia pushing through a lot.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, you do get to a point where it feels like a chore. Not so
Right.
much that you hate doing it, but you're like, Kristen, not right now. We can't talk. I've got to like go listen to the Steven Curtis Chapman video. You know, like it's just the weirdest
To
thing.
neglect my husbandly duties.
Yeah, like sorry, I can't do.
Listen.
Or we like, Kristen and I would get in the car to go somewhere, and she'd be like, I want to listen to this thing, and I'm like, Kristen, I'm only listening to Steve. Like, I'm holding to it, bro. Like, it's not just an
So
act.
much conviction.
Yeah, I'm like, even you're having to suffer now in this car ride. We're listening to them.
I'm so sorry, but
It's,
you know.
but it's fun. I like doing
Yeah.
it. I just finished Reliant K, actually.
Okay, so that's the next one coming up.
Yep, I just finished it. I did the cover. I just have not finished the edit yet, and it was
Okay.
very fun. I did not suffer at all any through that one.
Oh,
I'll tell you that
nice.
much.
Good. Not even trying to think.
Collapsible.
Collapsible.
There,
You
yeah, I
already
think that's the
knew.
one everyone. Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. When I listened through it, I was like, maybe it's a little misunderstood
Mm-hmm.
because there were moments that I was like, I think I know what they were trying to do,
Right. Yeah.
but it just maybe didn't land.
yeah, it just didn't hit the landing really.
Yeah, but
Yeah, 'cause-
I liked all of it.
Yeah,
Truthfully,
it's a it actually had like an anniversary recently, so
Yeah.
a lot of people in the CCM Twitter community have been talking about it, and there's been a couple like defenders that I've seen.
Yeah.
and for me, because I think a lot of people think that like, oh, because you don't like it because it's a pop album, and I'm like, I'm actually okay with Reliant K
Yeah,
like
the
going the
pop
pop
side.
route. It was just the songwriting that just I don't think really landed, you know.
that's definitely exactly how I felt. It was production was actually phenomenal. It was a different
Okay.
producer, and he had produced a lot of pop.
Yeah.
And so I'm listening through it. I'm like, man, it's really clean. It sounds really good. A lot of the stuff that's happening is super catchy, but the writing did not feel like the same, like depth or thought process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It felt
So I think they got like a bunch of different songwriters.
maybe so.
more
I
than
didn't dive
usual.
into it. Maybe I should have. I got to restart the video. Like, I'm just,
So have you like shot it all?
Yeah.
And edited it and everything?
not. I would say it's like 75% edited.
Okay.
Something like
when
that.
do you think it'll be out? Because this episode
Probably-
might be out already. I mean, it might be out after your video
Yeah,
is out.
I think it's gonna be out probably end of July.
Okay.
So it just kind of depends. I float through it to see when it happens.
Yeah,
But
sure.
yeah, that video, I'm pretty excited to release it. I'm really happy.
I'm
with the
excited to
cover.
watch it. I'm excited to hear you finally prove to everyone that isn't actually their best album.
I can't remember what I ranked it now. I know-
Okay.
but I do. I will tell you what my personal favorite has always been, which is "Forget and Not Slow
Yes.
Down." Oh, dude,
Yes.
let's go. Yeah, now I'm
That's
happy.
my favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been crucified so many times.
Why?
For I
It's
don't know.
great.
Because I know that was like it was like their breakout album, I
Yeah.
guess, like into the mainstream, and it's the one that everyone loves. It's great. It has a lot of great songs on it, but like I don't know, "Forget and Not Slow Down" is just
It's
something
a
else.
really cool album.
It's kind of for me. It's like their last great album. You know,
I would agree.
Yeah.
I think I really did enjoy Air for Free,
Air for Free is good,
but it's
I
not
think it's
Forget
too
and Not
long.
Slow. It is. It has a lot of filler on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But it was better than Collapsible Lung.
Yes.
And then they were like, "What if we never did another album again?" You know. It's like,
Matt Thiessen's like, I'm gonna
No,
do my own solo thing.
Man.
Although they did a single "Look On Up," which I
Yep.
think was incredible.
And they did the Halloween Creepier EP.
I actually haven't listened to that.
It's great. It's great. There's Butterfinger Cup on there's outrageously catchy. And then they did the Valentine's EP.
Oh, okay.
3 great songs on there.
Do you talk about those in the video?
This one I did
did you
not
just
make
stuck to
any
albums?
exceptions. I listened to every single and every song.
Oh, okay.
And I
gotcha.
mean, I don't talk about everything in detail, but I hit every album, talked about a few of the EPs, and then, you know, I did listen to like even the Pirates Who Don't Do Anything cover
Nice.
and like all that stuff.
That's a good one.
It was quite a bit of music, but yeah, man, I'm excited to put it out. It's fun.
Yeah, that should be fun. I've seen you posting like asking people like who you should
Oh,
do
dude,
next.
the
people
next
saying
one.
Skillet.
Dude,
and-
that one got the next one. That one won, and I was like, oh man, I'm just gonna be good up until 2011, I guess.
Yeah, I so like I have two co-hosts on my show usually, and they're the Skillet fans, and I'm always the detractor.
Oh,
It's
man.
like,
I'm
I
a
could never
happy
connect,
medium
really.
somewhere in there where, man, Comatose was just like.
There's some good early stuff in
it's
there.
good early
yeah.
stuff, but then I think when Rise hit, I was like, I'm out, and I have not listened to anything since then, which I'm not sure what to think. But we'll cross that bridge when I get there. I guess
so. Yeah, I think it was like basically Awake was kind of like the
Yeah.
cutting off point for me. But I kind of like there was a time in my life where I was into that kind of sort of like new metal sort of rock, and I've since my music tastes have changed.
Were you into 1,000-Foot Krutch?
There was a time I was, yeah.
Masquerade era stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, yeah, we were there. We were there for it.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. It's not my go-to anymore, really.
Yep.
But I was also really into Red as well. They
I
were
listened to
probably
their
my
first
favorite.
album. I listened to the
First one, okay.
But-
Innocence and Instinct was my jam.
I think when I would have been in like prime Red listening era, I was listening to so much Amberlin that it was like I was just focused completely
And
on them.
Amberlin is one of the greats,
Yep.
in my opinion.
man.
So many of my, I
It's-
get a lot of inspiration from them.
You said you're coming over, and not just to my house. I went to hear a mystery, and the answer's only found. You said you're coming over. You said you're coming over.
Hey guys, thanks for watching or listening to the I'm Clifford Today show. Right now we're going to take a few minutes to listen to this week's spotlight artist, Acrolith, and their track entitled The End. You can find their music on any platform you prefer. Links provided in the description of the episode.
If you are free from the power of darkness, then you are free from the mouth of hell. If you take heed at the sound of warning, then you will see what the prophets tell. If you believe in an open doorway, you
If you're a Christian artist and would like your music in the Spotlight segment, go to the link in the description and fill out the form. And now, back to the show.
Yeah, and Steven Christian, he's now pastoring down in Orlando, lead singer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I met him twice.
Oh, nice.
Had him on a podcast years ago.
Oh,
just
I need to have him
beyond kind. Dude, if you can get him on, he's just so nice.
I kind of have so a little while ago, he opened up a Cameo.
Oh.
And I had him basically record my outro for me.
That's awesome.
And he's been so it's been like I've had a video of Steven Christian in his car being like, subscribe to I'm Clifford today.
That's
it's
the
like,
best.
It is awesome.
He was so nice. And I had been to a
talking.
show. I had been to a show maybe in 2009 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's 2011. Dark as the Way Lies the Place tour.
I think that was my first Amberlin show too. They came to town.
I
in Bloomington.
bought that beautiful white vinyl cover, and I was like, if I could just get him to sign it. Did not get him to. I was like, that really makes me sad. Then he's on the. And then I'll wrap up my Steven Christian story. I don't know. I was like, look, what if we rabbit trail it? You know. Okay, so let me think. I was saying, met him at the show in Raleigh. That's what I was saying. Mm-hmm. So yeah, when I met,
signed the album.
He did sign the album.
Nice.
And I told him, I was like, dude, I've had this album for 10 years. And it's just blank, and I've been thinking about it for 10 years, and now we're signing. So got a picture with him, and then later had him on a podcast, and it was just he's so kind. Dude. You gotta have him on. And he wouldn't know who I was, but you gotta have him.
He's met like thousands of people.
Yeah, you're like, you know that one guy you signed his album?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, White Album guy.
He's the White Album guy. That's all he remembers you as. Yeah. Steven Christian, irreplaceable in my opinion.
Dude, could not agree more with you on that statement, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we're not going to go any further than that, but I do want to talk about you because, like I said, I appreciate the fact that like you're both such a great songwriter, but also like your YouTube content is so good. So my assumption is that you are kind of probably like me, where you just feel like you have to do all the creative things.
Oh my dude, yeah. Jack of all trades, master of none, as they would say. Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
Dude,
that can be hard sometimes.
I have, my wife has always told me, she's like, Jonathan, you have a lot of things you're very interested in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of the nature of it. Now, were you homeschooled by any chance?
I was.
Oh, let's go. Dude, that's what it is.
We're like long lost brothers.
We've done it. This is unbelievable. I was homeschooled all the way through except 1 year at a private school in 8th grade. So I don't count it. But it was my parents were very happy to like kind of supply us things to help us with creative outlets that we were maybe interested in. But I have two brothers, an older and a younger brother. Mm-hmm. My younger brother plays the drums. He and I play on the worship team every week with each other. Nice. My older brother, he played guitar, and he played like hardcore rock and like scream metal. Like he was just in that zone. And so we had like this weird hodgepodge of things we wanted to do, and we would make music with each other, never write together. Yeah. But then my older brother kind of got uninterested in guitar, and I was like, maybe I'm going to play it now. My younger brother kept playing drums, but he kind of taught me some stuff. So we just had that ability to flexibly go and try different things. And my parents, if they could, they would like let us do that, or they would kind of help that happen.
Yeah, just encourage that. Yeah.
And I even remember like with editing video, when I was like 13 or 14 years old, kind of interested in editing video. I asked my parents, like, can I get a camera like for my birthday? And they were just like, yeah, like it better not be crazy. But I got like a little Kodak, and they let me put a program on the like family laptop, and just like, edit. They would watch
Nice.
it and be like, "Oh, that's fun." Like, what do you know? So, just that I think upbringing made me really interested in a lot of creative outlets, and it's hard to balance it at times. Like, you know, which one am I more interested in at this time? I don't know. You know?
Especially when it comes to like you're trying to find like a livelihood, like a career. You know?
Yeah. Oh man. Dude, yeah, that is the weirdest part is you kind of start looking at it. You're like, which one do I really want to commit to
Right,
more?
yeah.
You know? For me, it ended up being video, surprisingly.
Yeah, you were talking about that before we started recording.
Just kind of like I was working at a church doing video editing, and I was youth pastor there. And, of course, they were like, he's younger, and he knows how to work a computer, so he's going to also edit. It's like, great. So I just
We're going to abuse that now.
Yeah, get him in there. Put him in the office.
Right.
But I would just edit and edit and edit. Loved it. And then after I resigned, stayed at the church, but then just kind of started editing for other people. And then started being like, maybe I should charge for this. Maybe I should get paid.
Get some money, yeah.
And kept doing that. And then I'd be like, maybe they should pay me more. And then eventually I was like, I think I got to quit my regular job, dude. I'm doing too much.
Dude,
So it's really, it's a big
That's
blessing.
everyone's dream. Maybe I should quit my job and do the thing I
Dude,
want to do.
It's so, it still feels like I'm about a year into it, and it feels so weird still.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of like the imposter syndrome that happens where you're like, oh man,
Sure,
I don't know. Like, I hope I'm an okay editor. And you're like, I probably have like 300 videos under my belt.
Right.
You know, that
Yeah.
would be
People
okay.
are still paying you, then you must be doing a pretty
I'll
good
just keep
job.
doing it. So it's just that one is what I kind of committed to, but I think like music has always just been the thing I connected with the most.
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
just personally and what I wanted to create. And so then I tried to kind of marry the two concepts with my YouTube a little bit and just find a way to enjoy both a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, and I love that how you found that niche, because I know you've done some videos where they weren't necessarily related to music.
Yeah, totally.
You know, you did like the VR church
Oh,
video,
oh my goodness, yeah.
which is you know, I love, and you know, I think that when it comes to like YouTube content and such, my favorite content creators, they just kind of tend to do whatever they feel like, you know? And I kind of love it when they do something different, you know, but I know it's good to find that niche.
Well,
you know?
and that was kind of what I kept trying to figure out was, well, I kind of had a weird moment with when I did I'm only listening to K-Love for a week, and I listened to hours upon hours of K-Love every day for a week, and just tortured myself essentially. And I mean, I did that video, and it was kind of the first attempt at doing something that I thought might do well.
Yeah.
And then it was like 25,000 views in 3 weeks.
Wow.
And I was like, what am I doing? And then
Struck gold here.
Well, so that happened. I hit 1,000 subscribers and got monetized in a month. And I was like,
Wow.
what do I do? Because, you know, you're like, this was the only plan I had was
Right.
that video. And now everybody's like, where's the next video?
Yeah. You're going to start listening to, what is it, family friendly radio?
Yeah, that's it. Like, well,
It's just the
like
same thing anyways.
YouTube like dangling like cash out in front of you. Like, if you could make more of that if you keep going. So I was like, what do I do? And I remember almost having like a mental crisis because it's like I've got all these random people. And Cliff, you know?
Yeah, and me.
How do I make him happy with this? So it was.
Of course, I joined on the Newsboys.
You
video,
did. You were
so
you were way ahead of the 1,000.
I'm the hipster.
You
so.
did it. I guess you would have been in like the first 200 people. Because
I feel like I felt. Well, no, I didn't. I don't think I came on when that video came out. I
But
think
that
it
was what
already
you
a little
saw.
old.
Yeah, that's still crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Sometimes YouTube knows me a little too well.
yeah.
I mean,
Dude.
sometimes a video will come across me and it's like got less than 100 views. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is?
Those are
Which
some of
is
the
good,
best ones, you know?
Yeah, it's good that YouTube's still like promoting small channels and such. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's like this has nothing to do with me, but you know. But I was glad to come across you. So,
Dude, but I guess to answer the question, I take a lot of rabbit trails.
No,
it's
no,
probably
you're
the
good.
North
It's
Carolina
good-
thing
it's
happening.
good content.
It's I as far as how do I kind of pick and choose or balance it out, I don't know that I have a great answer for it. because it really is sometimes like chaos a little bit.
Sure.
And
that's the creative mind right there.
the way I keep telling people, like, there's some young guys that like will ask me, they're like, I don't want to be in my job, like I want to do this or like these things.
Yeah.
And I tell them, I'm like, truly, like, doing this is purely the art of throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks to a certain extent, and then being like, okay, why did that stick? And what caused it to be that way?
Right.
Now, is that something that I want to keep doing?
Right,
or do I throw something else out there that maybe is similar and see if that's what it was? So it's just a lot of trial and error.
Sure.
And then through that, I feel like you start realizing a little bit of like what you actually want to do,
right,
versus what is sticky, but you're not going to want to keep doing it.
Right.
So that was a lot of what I did with YouTube, would be like, maybe I want to just do random content like VR Church, or maybe I want to watch Pure Flix for a week and review movies, or maybe I want to do all
a
of
documentary on Balloon Shop.
it. Yeah, dude, that one was a real swing. It was a swing and a miss almost, because it was like a passionate thing where I was like, I want to do this. I like, this one's for me. I want to study. And it was months and months of study and figuring things out and putting it together. But it got like maybe 1,500 views. And I was like, that's cool. I'm just glad it's out.
Right, yeah.
And I
honestly,
could get it out of my brain.
I mean, it's one of my favorite videos that you've done.
Dude, that actually means so much. I'm glad to hear that.
Dude, yeah.
That was a wild one.
Well, it was like just so crazy that like I would have never expected you to do a video on Balloon Shop, because
I don't think anybody did.
Right, yeah, but like that's a big reason why I love it, and also because like Balloon Shop meant so much to me.
Me too.
I mean, you were just saying earlier how you started editing around like 13 or 14.
Yeah.
It was around that age where I kind of like first discovered YouTube.
Yeah.
And the first channel I ever got into was Balloon Shop.
Dude, we are like the same
I know,
person.
we're the
I
same
was watching Balloon Shop and just being like, these friends are having so much fun. Like, what are they doing? You know, half of it is just them yelling at each other or doing weird stuff.
It was magic.
And I loved that. And then even watching Rhett and Link back in the day, man, like, and just these two guys from, I mean, I'm from North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like an hour and 15 minutes from me. And I'm watching them just blow up. And I'm like, this is, like, these guys are from Fuquay Arena, North Carolina. Like, that, I know where that is. There's no reason that they should be like as massive, at least you think.
But that's the beauty of, you know, the internet, is that like it's no longer really about like whether you live in Nashville or Hollywood. Like anyone, you know, if you have the right stuff, you could blow up.
Dude, oh my goodness, it's so true. It's again a reason that I'm even here at Audiofeed.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't live in Nashville. I don't live in any sort of like creative hub.
Right.
I live like next to a cow pasture in the middle of nowhere in North Carolina, and just, you know, kind of living my life. And at the same time, like, the ability to create something in my spare bedroom of my house, or like throw a video together while I'm laying on the couch, just editing it and put it out there, and it like actually do something. It's just so crazy. Yeah. It's really crazy.
Yeah, it's.
And then I wind up in Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois of all places.
Dude, it's so weird, man. I was like, what's going on? Oh, no, West Virginia scared me. We went through West Virginia, and that was the scariest spot, I think. I was like, a lot of toll roads, dude.
Oh,
they kept hitting us with it.
Okay, see, that's how they get
that's
the secret. Like, everyone says that West Virginia is so great. We're like, well, what's the catch?
I kept getting these spots, and they'd be like, that's $5. And I was like, $5? Dude, like, what?
Enter our state.
Yeah.
It'll cost money.
I'm like, I've been to East Virginia, and they don't do this to me. You know?
And they're like, don't you dare mention East Virginia.
Why would you say that to me?
They're not us.
Oh, man. East Virginia is crazy. I don't know why. I'm just going to call it that from now on.
East Virginia.
But, oh, man.
Better Virginia.
But, yeah, dude, I don't know. I think it's so fun. Like, it's something like this, too. So many people here. And like, including yourself, it's just people making stuff.
Yeah.
And like having fun with it, meeting people, and then just collectively this thing coming together. And it's just like such an interesting, cool vibe where people just want to talk and hang out and be with each other. And be like, what are you up to? What are you making? You know?
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't know. Like a lot of people come here from like the Cornerstone days.
Yeah.
I was not a part of that, but I don't know. It's just a different vibe that you don't really get with like at any other festival.
It feels kind of like camp, like a summer camp.
Dude, I think I said this exact thing like last year.
I wouldn't be surprised if you did say the exact same thing.
No, probably.
At this rate, we're just gonna. I'm like, we probably both said it.
I said something along the lines how like Audiofeed has basically become like my summer camp.
Yeah,
like,
that's so cool.
I look forward to it every year, and like I have friends that are just like exclusive to Audiofeed, and it's great. I don't know. They just did a great job at like cultivating such a great environment.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude.
And especially considering the fact that like you have so many people that come from like so many different perspectives of life. Like they will never say that like Audiofeed is a strictly Christian festival.
Yeah. It's like kind of scene adjacent in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's put together by Christians, but like you'll have everyone from they've had Pedro the Lion play here, and then they'll have John Mark McMillan here. So it's like just a wide variety of people with different perspectives. And
it's just people who like music.
Yeah.
Like that's what's so cool is like everybody I've talked to, they're like, man, we just like music and we don't care what kind either. Like we just want to hear it. I mean, it's more of like the rock scene, but it's cool that the rock scene like has this.
Yeah. Yeah, and that like so many different voices are welcomed as well.
Yeah.
Like just yesterday I was hearing someone play at the impromptu stage here. They're singing like a protest song that they wrote, talking about like immigration and such.
Wow.
And then like we have artists like SOWER,
dude.
who like is all like very conservative and such. And it's just like, man, this is only at Audiofeed.
And I'm gonna do all of it at my set.
Right, yeah. I'm gonna
leave them all guessing. Here's a protest song, but I'm not gonna tell you what it's about.
Just become the Andy Kaufman of Audiofeed.
Dude, what a reference. That's great. I love that. That's crazy. Or even worse, Jim Carrey's version of Andy Kaufman.
Oh my gosh. He definitely just got lost in that.
There it is.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll use this time to wrap up.
That's awesome, dude. And we'll do it again remotely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I do, that's mostly what I do, but I like taking the chance
it's
with
fun.
Audiofeed.
It's like a good content spot,
Yeah, so apologies for like all the cuts. We've had some technical issues, but
I keep pulling the cord.
It's like you realize you're like, I shouldn't have said that.
No, kill it.
So Michael Tate.
Why would he do that?
No, it's just that I'm stupid with my external hard drive. So, but we've been talking so we could talk like forever about stuff.
We're gonna do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. But John's got to get going and get set up for his show tonight. Which by the time this is out, it'll already have happened. So,
it would have happened, and it'll either be the end of my career, or I'll just keep going. I guess we'll see how it goes.
This was your peak, and
I think we're gonna try to stream it to my YouTube just via my phone. We'll see.
Yeah,
it might be on
yeah.
There.
You should.
I think we're gonna try it, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then they won't be able to find it on there.
It'll be as if it never happened.
It's like, I think Jonathan deleted his channel. But dude, this was awesome. It's so cool to meet you in person
you too, man.
It's like we've just talked randomly on and off, and it's just cool because now
it just goes that we're the same person. We just like start talking about something that we like. We're like, yeah.
Like we literally met in person 45 minutes ago, something like that. And when it was just like, okay, cool, we got it.
Yeah, that's honestly a bunch of people I met for the first time like this weekend, even though like we've corresponded over the internet like for a while.
Dude.
But yeah. So anyways, I guess before you go, how can people find you? Just go ahead and plug stuff. You got some new stuff coming out. Jar.
Just Jonathan Allen Wright. If they search it, it'll pull up music or my YouTube channel,
right?
And Spotify, Apple, all that stuff. It's there.
And if you go to one, you can usually find links to the other stuff.
I try to have an ecosystem of sorts. It's not it's not too scattered, but
I mean, I do the same thing. So
that's the best. And your song. Your cover was awesome. That
you
put
thanks,
out recently,
man.
Dude, I listened to it. I was like, "That's the stuff. I know this." So,
thanks, man. Yeah. It was actually we actually have the same guy who's been mixing and mastering
Spencer,
our music.
dude?
Yes.
Oh, sick, dude.
That
I
just
love
shows you
Spencer, bro.
small world.
Oh, he's the best. He texted me a minute ago. like dead serious, he texted me.
Nice.
He's the best.
Yeah,
Shout out
he's been
Spencer
great to
Annis.
work
He's a
with.
great musician too and writer.
Yeah, good stuff. He's mixed, I think, 3 tracks for me
dude,
so far.
I love Spencer. I don't have like anything bad to say about that guy.
It was just funny because like I knew you before him.
Yeah, he lives
and
an
then
hour
I
and a half
realized that
from
he was
me,
producing
and we
your
didn't know
stuff.
that. We were like kind of buddies, and then we were like, "Hey, wait a second, can we like hang out?" Oh yeah, we can. Okay, cool.
Wow,
So he's
crazy.
cool. He's
yeah,
cool.
so I think he reached out to me because he heard one of my songs, and he was
Yeah.
like, I know what you're going for.
He's great. to
Let
work
me help
with.
you.
He's and I'll say this before I run. Like Spencer, for anybody who's like wanting somebody to mix or master stuff, like.
All right, everybody, we're back. Wasn't that a lovely conversation between me and
that was fun.
myself? I mean, Jonathan.
Oh yeah, definitely yourself. Nah, it was Clifford.
Me, myself, and I. That's pretty much what it was.
Well, that means that me and Jonathan have to find the third of us. So me, myself, and I got to find the other guy.
I've had thoughts of doing a limited edition podcast for like a year or so. So it's like, wow. But we don't have the same music
A
taste. I know
limited
that.
edition. Oh,
Yeah, be like
okay,
a test.
gotcha.
To be like a test run, to be like, okay, for a brief time, I'll do a podcast show and then see what it'll do.
Maybe. Well, maybe we'll talk about it. I do know though that the interview, of course, was interrupted abruptly because I was having issues with my hard drive, which I guess I should have mentioned that at the beginning of the show, that my hard drive was getting filled up and then it would stop recording. And then at the last point that it stopped, we were talking about Spencer Annis, who mixed and mastered a lot of his music and has mixed and mastered a lot of my music, like probably the past 3 songs that I've released so far. And we kind of like, I kind of just found out like, oh, he does stuff for Jonathan Allen Wright as well. That's cool. So I think we were in the middle of like praising him. So yeah. So if you need someone to mix and master your music, hit him up. He's Honey Verb Studios. That's his official thing. But he also does his own music. He does great stuff. So check him out. Maybe we'll have him on the show sometime. That'd be really cool. But yeah. So I guess I don't know. I'm not sure if you guys like watched the whole interview, but any thoughts on the conversation other than the fact that we're the same person?
Forward to his skillet video.
I can tell that was the most fun you had in an interview for a long while. But I haven't listened. I didn't watch the SOWER interview yet.
Oh, you should.
Yeah,
it's a different energy for sure. But it's a great conversation because Eric has a lot of great things to say. He's got a lot on his heart. But me and Eric also have become fast friends as well. He keeps texting me and saying that he's Clifford today. And I just keep saying like, no. We lost Josh again.
Oh,
we lost him before.
you know what they remind me of? And then
What?
in that one part, you said like, well, this is how Audiofeed like again, this is how Audiofeed is. Like almost anybody and everybody is welcome to come and play.
Mm-hmm.
So like you got one part, you got one artist singing a protest song, and then you got SOWER going ultra. Okay, not ultra conservative, but just like conservative.
Right.
Do you remember which day? Or do you remember where? Because I know
well, the guy singing the protest music was at the front porch impromptu stage.
Okay, that's one of my friends who's a Orthodox priest and a singer songwriter, Father Joel David Ware. You go.
Are you sure? Okay. I mean, because there might have been a couple. Because a lot of it was just like
if it was that Friday, that might have been who you saw singing. Because like it was in the afternoon, early afternoon.
Well, I mean, a lot of what I was hearing was just like kind of like super, like I don't know if I would. I'm kind of borderline liberal, protesty kind of. Yeah, Josh is back.
Hi, Josh.
Hi. I don't know what's going on.
It's all good. We just keep trudging along.
But I did watch the interview. Okay. I loved it. I'm interested in his Skillet video that's coming up next. So, shout out. Thanks for the shout out. I heard that.
When he said the album, name, I'm like Rise, and I'm like, Rise. That's right. That's what the album was called. Thank you.
Rise.
Yeah. When they started dipping in quality, yes, their album Rise. Okay, so
because just recently the Reliant K video came out. It wasn't out at the time that we recorded the interview, and that video is a lot of fun. I would recommend that. But I think the Skillet video is what's coming up next, so that should be interesting. I feel for him. But I'm excited to see like actually like what from Skillet's music that he likes, if any. I'm sure. And we lost Josh again.
Oh,
that's okay. We're trudging along. But so if you guys totally should subscribe to Jonathan Allen Wright if you want some fun content. A lot of it is, I mean, basically, if you like the stuff that we talk about on here, we're kind of like in the same genre, sort of. I would say he's a lot more fun than I am. We kind of tackle a lot of the serious stuff here. We still try to have fun, but Jonathan, he's a hoot and a holler. And it really was like a fun conversation. Not that it's so interesting. Like, and we have the Zane Vickery one coming up next. Each conversation was so different. Like they're three very different guys, but still awesome guys. And welcome back, Josh.
Hi. I switched to hotspot. I'm done with the interview.
Oh, okay.
That might work better.
Yeah.
Was that all that you wanted to say about him listening to Skillet?
No, I did. It was that, and then he just seemed like a really down to earth guy, and I definitely going to subscribe to his channel. I heard the name. I never had a face to put it to, so it was good to put a face to the name. But he just seemed really a down to earth, fun guy, and definitely someone you could just like chill the whole day with and just do whatever and have a good wholesome time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thanks for the interview, and it was like, okay, this is cool. This is cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, thanks so much, Jonathan, for taking the time.
Yeah.
He is a down to earth guy, very, very easy to talk to. You know, you basically find one thing in common with him, then you're best friends. As
Hmm.
so it was a joy. But I was just saying that how like each interview that I did with Eric and then Jonathan, and then we've got Zane coming up, they're all so different. Um,
Hmm.
Eric's was a bit, more like we delved into some like deep topical stuff. Like talking about the problems with the world and with the church and with CCM and all that. Which don't
Hmm.
let that fool you. Eric is once you get to know Eric, he'll start teasing you and making jokes, and he's so sarcastic. But it was a more of a serious conversation. Jonathan, we're kind of basically just talking about the things that we love, and just the music that we love and everything, and the YouTube videos that we love. Zane, you guys are going to find out. We basically kind of just do a deep dive into, the darkness of his past and like the process behind his album and everything. Sweet guy. But yeah, each conversation was different. I'm very grateful to all three of those guys that took the time to sit down with me. I'm very excited for the Zane Vickery conversation. The Zane Vickery conversation has a lot less, well, little to no interruptions, uh, like Jonathan's did. So that'll be fun. But yeah, it was I guess I just wanted to talk a little bit about Audiofeed. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but everyone on the channel basically knows how much of a promoter I am for Audiofeed ever since my first year back in like 3 years ago, basically in 2022. Um, I try to promote the heck out of it these days, and this year was really good for me because the past couple of audio feeds I had decided to do a vendor table where I try to sell shirts and such and merch, and those kind of sucked because I was basically sitting at a table like 80 to 90% of the time, getting up only every so often to see a very like very special sets. But this year I didn't want to do that. I was like, I want to wander around and like check out new things just like I did in my first year here. And so I did, and I got to, it was mostly just hanging out with people. It was so awesome, all the people that I got to see. And yes, Nick unfortunately wasn't able to stay. Um, wasn't You weren't doing really that great that weekend, and you were sorely missed because you're one of my staples at Audiofeed. You were like one of the first person that I really clung to when I started going to Audiofeed. So
Oh yeah.
you were missed. Yeah. um, but still was able to have a great time. It was very special because got to hang out with a lot of friends I'd made before, and got to meet some people that I'd never met in person but knew online, like Chase Tremaine,
Ooh.
from
Yeah.
Jesus Freak Hideout, and he had he of course is his own artist, does his own music. It was the first time that we had met in person, which was crazy to us because we've talked for hours online. He was on my show, I was on his show, and like we're both part of the same music league, and so we're just kind of constantly in contact with each other. And of course he did guitars on my Coldplay cover. so it was just kind of crazy to us that we had never met before in person. But it was like his first time at Audiofeed since 2017. So it was really great hanging out with him and seeing him, and of course made fast friends with Jonathan and with Eric from SOWER. And so I wanted to talk about this because this was such an insane. Well, it was insane to me. So the day that John Van Deusen was playing, John Van Deusen, he arrives at the festival the day of his performance, and I go down to he was playing at the Tuned Up Lounge, the Tuned Up stage, and which, by the way, that day the lineup on the Tuned Up stage was awesome. On one stage on the same day, you had Chase Tremaine, Make Sure, Zane Vickery, and then John Van Deusen, all on the same stage that day. And I basically stayed there the whole time. But I get to the Tuned Up stage and I see John Van Deusen, and I'm like, oh, I wonder. I mean, I'm sure he remembers me. Like he was on the show twice, basically. Like he did the interview Audiofeed and then the online conversation, and he recognized me right away, and he was very happy to see me, and so which was cool, but we kind of, so Eric from SOWER was there as well, and we kind of were just like the three of us hanging out, and just kind of ended up just like talking, and just like talking about some like real stuff and like some like serious conversations. And I'm kind of having
that's the beauty of Audiofeed.
I know, right? It's like it. I mean, I'm not saying that like John Van Deusen is no like he's not like John Foreman levels of fame or whatever, but he's an artist that he's like one of my favorite artists from like the past few years that I've just grown to love his music. But now it's like, oh, we're like friends. Like I'm not gonna like pretend that we're like best friends or anything, but we're like, we know each other and we like each other and we're friends. And I just kind of have this like weird moment where we're standing outside of the Tuned Up stage, and I look to my left and it's John Van Deusen, and I look to my right and it's Eric from SOWER, and I'm just like, this is amazing. It's like these two guys that I have like so much respect for, like musically and everything, and I'm just like chilling with them, and we're just talking about, and we're like kind of not really debating or arguing, but we're kind of like talking about some deep stuff and sort of kind of butting heads a little bit, but it was great and it was really healthy. And so I don't know, that was just
So it was kind of like the Paul and Peter moment when he went to go after he got converted. It was like how it felt like. That's what it sounds like.
I mean,
how you
I don't
talk about like Paul and Peter.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I don't know. For some reason in my head, I always imagined that conversation with Paul and Peter to be a little bit more heated. I don't know.
Probably.
We're not like having
It's more.
yeah. We're not like having heated discussion or anything, but we're kind of challenging each other in a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it was like totally in like a safe space, and we knew that we had just nothing but respect for each other, and it was great. And it's also like really good to know that like, and I think this is one of the things that I really appreciate about John Van Deusen is that like, just both as a person and as an artist, why he like kind of breaks the mold of like most, if not all, like Christian music celebrities and such, is that that he's just a person and he has flaws, and he likes to challenge things, and he likes to talk about things, and sometimes he's wrong, but a lot of times he has some really good ideas. And I guess that's why I respect him so much, is that he'll never pretend to be like this. He'll never pretend to be someone who deserves to be on a pulpit. He just likes to write the music that he likes to just like start a conversation, So I have a lot of respect for him in that, and his set was amazing. I was sitting with Eric and watching it, and we are just like both flabbergasted as to the power of his voice. His vocals are so great live. But and then Zane Vickery also was fantastic. And Audiofeed was just so great, and I definitely was having like withdrawals when it was over. I was like, man, I really want to be back there. I don't want to be at my job right now. It's like I want to be back at Audiofeed right now. So, which you're gonna have to come now, Josh. You're gonna have to, and you can bring your family too. Like you have options. If you guys camp, there's an option to camp, and there's also hotels. So you got to make it happen, man.
Cool. Yeah, that's the goal for next year.
Yeah, dude. We'll make it a thing. We'll do a whole I'm Clifford Today show thing.
Yep.
And yeah. Me and Nick will show you the rounds. We'll introduce you to people, and it'll be a good time.
Awesome.
All right. How were you able to catch anything, Nick, when you were there? I don't know how long you were there.
We got to the fairgrounds by by the way, with context for anybody else, I was hosting my friends of E-Ray from Nashville. They're a Christcore band. They're the ones who did a song with Maddie Montgomery, who came out of retirement just for them. Because in Kashif's words,
came out of music retirement.
Like he's because Maddie is Kashif's pastor and like a spiritual father, and he told Kashif, he's like, the only thing. Well, Maddie's wife said, and I think both of them said to him at some point, he said, like, the only reason I agreed to this, Kashif, is because you're my favorite son.
Nice.
Yes, guys. So the only reason we got Maddie Montgomery got out of retirement because he loves Kashif very much. So yes.
Well, then Kashif will have to try to get a For Today reunion together.
Oh, I don't know if that'll work.
I don't know. I mean, are they like not cool with each other? Like the band?
Oh, Aaron knows, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think like when they were over my house, I think like they did talk about like what the other members are doing, like to the best of his knowledge.
Because I remember that after For Today was over, like a lot of the members of For Today started another band, and I don't remember what the name of that band was, or even if they still play. But as much as I don't really listen to For Today anymore, I would totally go see a For Today reunion. Like that would be very nostalgic for me. Even though much love Montgomery, but you've kind of put on a little bit of weight. So,
well, he's been losing weight.
Oh, good. Okay. Because
Kashif told me about that as well. Because he shared one story that most recently last year, Maddie started running a couple of extra miles for his routine, Yeah, and he sat down with Kashif one day, and he's like, "Son, I'm doing this, and you're coming along with me."
Yeah, because I follow him on Instagram, and I think I follow his church as well, and so I see clips of him preaching and such, and it's like, oh man, is because like man, he was definitely he was so fit, like wearing the I think he would wear like bulletproof vests at For Today shows and such. He's like he's got his arms out. He was a beast, that's for sure. So that's good. He's bringing back his For Today bod then. But anyways, you were saying about Irie, and then your time at Audiofeed.
And yeah, and then my friend Nathan Moe was substituting guitar for Clear Convictions. I don't know if you saw them.
I did not.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, they're just another metalcore band. So I let them practice here, and
oh, okay.
Nice. Yeah, I did get to hear some of their stuff. Some of their stuff rock. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
So you got a little bit of Audiofeed. That's fun.
I wanted to be like there's part of me that wanted to be selfish because like what me and Clifford were talking about earlier before we recorded is like, well, we love the people in it. Music is only secondary, and I'm not usually a big fan of all the music that's showcased in it, with a couple of exceptions, albeit our friends who play in it.
Right. Yeah,
like,
it's.
I just want to bring everybody over here. I just don't want to go.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like Audiofeed is such a mishmash of different music. You're not gonna love everything. Like me this year, there's a probably only like 10% of the artist, because I of course I can't see everybody, but the ones that I did, I really, really enjoyed. And I got introduced. I finally got to see a G live. That was my first time catching them live.
Yeah, they're fun.
That was incredible. That was probably like performance wise.
And they played in this room last year.
Right, yeah. And I'm now kind of regretting not seeing that.
I know. They said that was like their favorite set that they've done.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, they were great.
Like their favorite show at the time. So I was like,
I had not listened to their music. They're kind of like, if you took, this might be a weird comparison, but I feel like their sound is kind of like if you took Me Without You and the Oh Hellos and put them together, I feel like you would get a G. Which the Oh Hellos also put on a really great live show. But yeah, a G is like, they were like a lot of fun. And I would really be interested to see what like a house show setting would be like for them, because they take over the whole stage. They have so many musicians, and it's like, I don't even know any of these songs, but like I'm having such a fun time. I'm so glad that I caught them, and now I'm a new fan. So for those of you who
did you take part in their? Did you take part in their? If they did a very long chorus line in the crowd, did you join along with them?
No, they didn't do that.
I'm gonna take that as no. That's like almost like one of those little traditions that we do. So it's like when Agi plays, I mean, we all go ham. I mean, like we get a habit of like getting everybody in a row. It's like, hey, everybody, let's do this. Kick.
Yeah,
kick.
I don't think that happened, but they did have one audience participation moment where in the middle of the song, they asked everyone to just like find something and read it. like if you had a book with you, or if you looked something up on your phone.
Yes,
you just start reading it aloud.
That's another signature thing that they do.
Yeah, and then everyone on the stage is reading something. It was kind of a cool moment. I didn't have anything to read. I just kind of watched and listened. But sorry, Josh, I know you have no idea who this band is and what we're talking about. We'll conclude our time on Audiofeed, and for those of you who don't know, a G, it's ADJY, and I still don't really even know what that means, but they're a really good band. So ADJY, look them up.
I thought you were talking about the G family, the gospel choirs. I was so confused.
Oh no. Or actually we're talking about,
but I was like,
we're actually talking about Adam AG. Adam AG and his family.
Yeah, there's actually a gospel southern group called the AG family. So I was like, I guess this is it. But yeah, if you didn't tell me how to spell it, I would be so cute.
I mean, hey, it's Audiofeed. I wouldn't put it past them to have a gospel.
I wouldn't either. So that's why I was like, okay, cool.
That would be fun. I got to talk to Ryan and ask him to have a Southern gospel group. That would be. Yeah. He'd probably be like, "Yeah, dude, that would be awesome." Which shout out to Ryan Getz and Kevin Schlureth, two great guys that have picked up the torch to keep Audiofeed going on and to keep Audiofeed from following this trend of Christian festivals just dying out. They're keeping it alive, and it seems that there's still some momentum in it. I guess one last thing before we go, I also got to give a shout out to the 7 Clurith set. So
yeah, I was gonna be part of it, but you know.
Oh, you were? Oh man, that's too bad. So Kevin Schlureth, who's one of the showrunners of Audio. Well, I guess he's the president technically. I was looking at the Audiofeed zine that they made, and that's his title. I didn't even realize, like, okay, he's president of Audiofeed, I guess. But he also makes his own music, of course, and he's really good and he's really talented. So a bunch of the Audiofeed guys, they put together an impromptu set for the front porch stage, and most of them dressed up like Kevin, because Kevin has this iconic look where he wears red shorts and a t-shirt and a Cardinals hat. I think it's a Cardinals baseball cap. That's his look. And so most of the guys, there were 7 of them, and they all covered Kevin Schlureth songs, and they basically were cosplaying as Kevin Schlureth and pretending that they were him. So they would play, one guy would play a couple songs and then be like, all right, thanks everybody. Give it up for Kevin. He's up next. And there was a big crowd of people around the stage too. So that was a lot of fun. So shout out to those guys. Corey from St. Pine Hills did a set for it. So yeah, it was just one of those moments where you saw the community, you saw the Audiofeed community coming together for just a fun little time. One guy also, he made a flag out of red shorts and was waving it around during the set. So, needless to say, Audiofeed is a fun time.
Oh, you didn't. Wait a minute. You didn't talk about the surprise Flatfoot 56 set.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't talk about it because I missed it. I wasn't there. But yeah, Flatfoot 56.
Okay, yeah, me neither. But I was like, oh, I saw him. But I did see him around on the fairgrounds inside the Black Sheep stage. So I was like, because I knew his Project 610 was playing. I'd be like, hey, you know what? It'd be fun to see.
I forgot about that.
And then they played. I was like,
yeah. Flatfoot 56 did a surprise set at the impromptu stage. It was a secret surprise set, which I don't know. I always love that stuff like that can happen. Like I think year before, I think it was that Bloodlines did a surprise set in the parking lot. So yeah, very Cornerstone coded. Where these,
I said
big
Black
artists
Sheep. I'm thinking of the same spot.
Oh, not
where that stage was.
Podcast.
No, because like that stage used to be called the Black Sheep stage.
That's right.
A couple years ago, before COVID.
Yeah, I think it was still the Black Sheep stage when I was there for 2022. And now it's the Bloodline stage. Not Bloodlines, Bloodline. There's a difference, so don't get them mixed up. But yeah, anyways, there, I guess a little bit of promo. You can buy tickets now for Audiofeed next year.
2026.
So, and I think there's a discount it's somewhere on the Audiofeed Facebook group. But should take advantage of that. You know, nothing wrong with planning ahead. And it's I don't remember the exact dates, but it's always going to be the first week of July. So you have to change your 4th of July plans, unfortunately, but
again,
it's worth it, in my opinion. So anyways, okay, that is the end of our Audiofeed discussion. Josh has been a trooper, just sitting in the sidelines, just waiting for us to be done. But we're going to get into our humble opinions on some stuff. And we've got a few things to talk about. A couple of singles and an EP. We've got a new single from John Van Deusen, Speak of the Devil, from his upcoming album, his Worship album. And then we've got a new single from SOWER. So two guys that I was already talking about today, and we're going to talk about their music. And then we've got the EP from Advent. So I guess we'll talk about the EP first, since it's the biggest one. I probably should have told you guys before we started recording. I hope you guys have enough to talk about this EP, because I realized, okay, so disclosure, I actually had no idea who Advent was. And then
when you put it in there.
Well, I only did because, like, you know, we only had the 2 singles that I knew of that we had to talk about, and everyone was talking about it. Like, all of a sudden, like, all my friends were like sharing it, and I guess, you know, Advent has not been. I don't know. Maybe Nick, if you know more about this band than I do, but it doesn't look like they've released music in a long time, like since 2017. It looks like. So, when I started listening to it, you know, without really even knowing what they sounded like, I kind of quickly realized, I was like, oh no, this is not my kind of sound at all.
No.
Not that it's like bad or anything, but I was just like, this is not the kind of metal or hardcore that I really listen to. So, like, I wasn't connecting with it personally. So I hope you guys have more to say about it than I do, because I've got virtually nothing to say. Really,
man, boy.
Go ahead, Nick.
Sorry, I know I've failed everyone.
No.
But you know what? Not
Yeah, like
everything's
when
going to be our thing.
Van
yeah,
Deusen
no,
is your guy,
but I'm like,
Merosaurus.
yeah, because like I'm not the biggest. We'll say contemporary metalcore in the secular and the Christian sphere, like stuff like Bloodlines, for example, and then for today, I mean, like I can listen to a handful of it so much, but it's just like it doesn't click with me because like me and Clifford are on the camp of like if we want heavy music, we want chaos.
Yeah.
So Advent is the other type of chaos, and like the style of 90s metalcore. I would for their new EP, I would categorize them as the Christian version of Jesus Peace.
Okay.
Just by the drive and the type of sound in their tones,
Mm-hmm.
and of course their themes and topics are very different.
Of course, yeah.
I
can imagine that Jesus Peace is a very different band.
Yeah, and I've seen it. Yep. And about 2 years ago, I discovered Advent through their frontman, who did a guest spot on Holy Name's debut album. So I was like,
okay.
Of Advent. So I was like, so that's how I discovered them. So I was like, of Advent, let me try. And of course, when I found out they were a hardcore band and found some live videos, they have at least one video or more of their live sets through the YouTube channel Hate56, who documents a lot of hardcore punk live sets and a couple of other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You remember other stuff like protests and indigenous related themes and topics and stuff. So yeah, and I knew like as soon as I heard this, I was like, dude, EP of the year. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, good.
I'm,
then we're gonna please the Advent fans.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Mainly because of how hard it was, and then I had to look briefly on their lyrics. So I was like, oh yeah, they go hard.
Yeah, I probably could have taken the time to like really dive into the lyrics, but like I'm usually a vibes first, and I knew like kind of guy, don't, and
yeah.
No, go ahead. I think we got
I thought you were
there.
Oh, I thought you froze again.
I think I probably did for a second.
Yeah. Yeah, because I knew I wanted to, like when I shared it, I knew I wanted to share it on here merely because we don't cover a lot of heavier Christian related music for the humble opinion segment. So I was like, I like to give me an excuse to be like, okay, I want to change the pace because we gotta get everybody, in here. We gotta try to get everybody in here at some point, right?
Yeah, we do. I do my best. A lot of the music that I listen to is usually very indie and alternative. I try to mix it up, but yeah, the little hardcore and metal music that I listen to, it not a lot of it is releasing all the time. So that's kind of a big reason why, because I don't know, it's probably going to be a while until the ongoing concept comes out with another album or something. So yeah, this is a good change of pace for now. But yeah, I don't know, Josh, did you have any strong feelings about it if you got a chance to listen to it?
I listened to it. lyrically, I liked it.
Yeah.
Hard style, I liked it. My one issue was all the songs kind of sound the same. Like there wasn't enough
Yeah.
distinction in the
That was a
songs. I don't know. I don't know if it was. I'm looking more for distinction in his voice to go up and down in the songs, but it felt like I liked the features that they had. It was just like from one from the first song to the last song, it kind of was all sound the same. So I was like, first I was like, is this is a really long first song? Then I was like, oh, this is a whole nother song. And then
it's like,
I
oh,
was
we're
like,
already in track 4.
I was like that. So then I listened again. I'm like, I heard the lyrics. I'm like, okay, I like the EP. My only gripe is I just wish there was a little bit distinction in the songs, or maybe like I said, just add some different inflections in his singing. But if that's just how he sounds, then okay, that's the bad thing. But that was my only gripe with the EP, was just all of the songs sound too similar for me to make a distinction from them. But other than that, I like that style of music, and I like the features they had on there. I was looking at the list. Yeah, so my favorite was God is the End. And then after that, it'll be Foundation. But yeah, that was my only thing. And then it was over. I was like, oh, okay. I kind of
Yeah. It's an
I'm
EP.
like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
15
EP, so I was
minutes.
like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I was like, I listened to it on a drive to the park and stuff. I'm like, this is cool. I like it, and I was like, I was ready. I was just like, kind of just wanted just a little difference in the songs and stuff. But other than that, I enjoyed it. I definitely listened again. So that's my one thing.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I definitely, I do feel the same way. But I was like, is it just because I'm not really into this style or what?
Probably
I
because of
don't
the
know.
style.
Yeah, yeah, because like I couldn't even really pick which song really was which, So, but I know that's on me. It's because I am uneducated. So now I will go and do better now. So I know I probably sound like every like metal hater ever. He's like, oh, it sounds the same, and it's all like
He's
it's
not a
just
metal hater,
noise.
folks. Don't worry.
I'm not. I love the cherry. Well, I mean, you are right. I do like chaos, but also like if the chariot was all just like noise and just kind of constant noise, I wouldn't really like them that much. But I like them because they do different stuff. At least in their later albums, they do a lot of fun different stuff and throw in some fun instrumentation here and there, and they just they switch it up, and there just has to be like a hook as well. Like I love like the ongoing concept. I wouldn't say is like as heavy as the chariot,
But
but
they have hooks.
they do have hooks, but they're also creative as well. Like they do a lot of fun stuff with their music, and there is a
Like,
little bit of a chaotic element to them as
oh, it's
well.
very chaotic. Like that
Yeah,
one album, they start off with the chainsaw. You hear him walking on the gravel, and
yeah,
then he started the chainsaw, cutting down wood, and it goes
yeah,
into the song. I
yeah.
hate how they separate it. I wish it was part of the song because that's such a cool
Oh,
intro. But it was like, I was
yeah,
like, no. So then when you listen on Spotify, you play those two songs back to back. It like separates it. I'm like, no, I want the intro. But
yeah.
yeah, it's.
Same
But
thing
I
on
love Hook.
Saloon when it's like that first track where it's like the saloon and he's coming in and like, well, look who we
Hmm.
have here. We're gonna play
Yep.
another game, and then he's like, I don't even know what he does. It's like he like bashes on the table, and then it goes into the song like, let's deal the cards again. It's like I
American
wish
Arson,
that was on the same track.
yeah. American Arson also has that little chaotic to it. They're not as
Yeah.
heavy as Evan is, but it has that chaotic in there. It's like one song they literally go three different styles, and then it's nice. But I like chaos too, and a song like
Yeah.
Throw the Razzle Dazzle. Don't be too cliche or
Yeah.
commercialized. But
Don't
that
yeah.
was my only gripe with
Don't
this
be
EP. It was just,
don't be mean to me in the comments.
and I'm a
Yeah. I
metalhead
need to
too,
give
y'all.
American
So
Arson
I
another
can say
try. Huh?
Yeah, you should.
I think it was like the most recent album. Because
I
they have a
remember
song
listening to
that's
it
remind me of the
once.
SOWER.
Oh, okay. I listened to it once through, and for some reason it didn't really grab me. So, and I know that a lot of like all the guys at JFH loved it. I need to give it another shot because I think my expectations were a little too high. And when they weren't met, I was like, "Oh, this isn't that good." So, I just need to give him another shot. But sorry, we don't mean to talk about other artists, but Nick approves of the new Advent EP. Josh approves of it. Me, I'm not even going to give it a rating because it's just not my thing. But that doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just that I really have no opinion. But you guys, if it sounds like you'll like it, you probably will love it. So that is God is the End from Advent. Welcome back, Advent. I guess it's been a while, so welcome back. Okay, so now it's some music that is more in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Let's talk about John Van Deusen. So he's got an album coming out. He has called it a worship album. It's not,
Which explains the vibe of this song.
yeah, and this is the third single that he has released so far. The name of the album is going to be "As Long as I Am in the Tent of This Body, I Will Make a Joyful Noise," which I love that. I love how long it is. And it's part one, by the way. This is there's going to be two parts. And part one, if you go like
everybody's doing parts.
Well,
like lately, because like last year it was the band we shall not name, and we know Volume 2 is not going to happen by this point. And then we got a different artist, Alex Warren, who did Volume 1 of his debut album. So I don't know if he's dropped Volume 2 of his debut album yet, but I'll need to look. And then let's see. We got one of my favorites, the band Camino, who will be dropping their newest album, Never Always, next Friday, or by the time of the episode on July 25th, this upcoming Friday. And that one's going to be Volume 1. I'm like, Volume 1? There's going to be more? Already? I'm like, what?
Nice.
What are we all doing? Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. I like
and
some
then
of the songs from Band Camino.
And then I got a lot of... And then there's me that's got a lot of tunes on the back burner.
Yeah. So you'll probably do the same thing.
But I'm not going to do Volume 1 and stuff now. Okay, it's going to be an EP, and then I'll just bring on everything else later.
Well, I just wanted to say this part one, you can see the track. It doesn't have track titles aside from the singles that were already released. But if you go on Spotify and probably on other streaming services, if you go to John Van Deusen, you can go to the album. It has like a pre-save option, but it has the number of tracks. There are going to be 18 tracks on this album. And this is part one. And I think I don't know exactly, but I think the part one I think it's like around an hour and a half long. It's funny because like John was talking about it. He's like, yeah, I originally was just going to do one whole album, and the label was like, John, you can't do that. You need to split this up. So mad respect. I'm personally excited. Like I do love me a good long album. Like not all of them are great, but there are some really good ones. You've got the White Album from the Beatles. Lamb Lies Down on Broadway by Genesis, I think, is about an hour and a half. I mean, I guess it's technically a double album. So this is part one is a double album, and then part two is going to be another double album, technically. But anyways,
Yeah, I just searched up Alex Warren. I'm sorry, we were supposed to be talking about John. I did search up the album for Alex Warren. Yeah, the second part of his debut album has already dropped today. So I was like, okay.
Well,
there it
go
is.
check it out, everyone. I have no idea who Alex Warren is, but
I
go
like
check
the John
it out.
song.
So let's talk about the song.
I do like I like the John song because when I think back on it, it reminds me of the Reckless Love era of Corey Ashbury's album. It's like we look past the title track and go to the rest of his songs. They're like, they're very nice and steady. And you got to have that lap steel in there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the country feel to the music. It's got a really nice vibe.
And that's
I also
like
really
one of my
like
favorite
his,
trends.
I mean, John's just is a slide guitar.
Go ahead. Yeah, lap steel.
Oh, sorry. I think we have a little bit of a lag here.
It was one of those. It's one of those. So somebody played something.
Yeah. Somebody did something. Yeah. It's a good vibe, and John is really he's a good guitar player, but he's also he's good at like really like writing really good guitar leads. Like if you listen to the rest of his music, like some really good, like I don't even know. I'm not much of a guitar player myself, but really catchy and just unique melodies on guitar, and that is no exception for Close Enough. Close Enough is I really like the lyrics, how there's almost kind of a juxtaposition going on. Like if you read the verses, he's talking about getting close to God, and at first it sounds like really sweet, like getting in his presence, and getting close to him. But he also talks about like I want to feel your trembling. I want to feel basically saying like I want to feel the sadness that you feel. I want to feel the hurt that you feel. Which is basically talking about the more you know God, the more you start to know the things that he hates, the things that that sadden him. Which is good. It's healthy as a Christian to like know the things that God loves and desires of his people, but also to know the things that he despises. So you've got those verses that are talking about like, I want to feel your hurt. And then it goes into the chorus basically saying, I want to feel that there's peace like a river, in your presence, which is almost kind of a juxtaposition where it's like, you're talking about like feeling the pain and the hurt and the things that make him bleed, so to speak. But you're talking about peace, which is, I think was really interesting, but I thought was really cool. This is the kind of thing that I could definitely see like singing at church. Josh, what were your thoughts on Close Enough?
Like you guys said, I like the the twang feel that it brought into it. Having 18 songs on a part one album, you can feel like this is about to be a journey. And so I
Yeah,
know it's funny that we
let's.
talked
I want to
about.
see. I think this is.
I kind of thought of Pilgrim's
I think it's
Progress.
in the middle of the album. Yeah, close enough is going to
hmm
be in the middle
So
of the album.
I thought of like I feel like it was like a song version of Pilgrim's Progress. Not necessarily the content of Pilgrim's Progress, but you could tell
Hmm.
like it's going to be a journey through ups and downs. And with this being the middle, I want to
Yeah,
know, I want to hear the songs before, see, and then the songs after, and then put it all together with the part two that's coming later. But that's what I got. It feels like a journey of like an Oregon Trail type journey. Like you have the difficult, the good, and the tribulation. So that's what the song brings. And with that twang, it just put
yeah,
that feeling.
that
So that's
twang.
why I think it's going to happen on this
Yeah,
album, and that's why I'm looking forward to it. So yeah. I like the
that's
song. I did.
interesting. Yeah, that would be real. And maybe it's going to be. Yeah, and maybe that's going to be something that's like overarching through part one and two, maybe. Um, but yeah, that's really interesting. I think, especially I don't. If you guys haven't, definitely go check out the other singles. You Never Let Go, but especially Jesus of Nazareth. That's an awesome song. Uh, Very uplifting. It was actually very encouraging to me because that song came out, and then like a lot of the stuff with Michael Tate and the Newsboys was coming out, and I was just feeling a lot of discouragement at the time. And Jesus of Nazareth was one of those songs that really, really helped me through that and really helped me process a lot of that. Just like, kind of brought my mind back to just like a heart of worship and surrender. um, so far, that's still my favorite single, but these other ones, including Close Enough, are still really good, and they're nice and simple. Jesus of Nazareth is like loud and bombastic and has these awesome like string arrangements, but Close Enough and You Never Let Go are just nice and simple, uh, but still great. So I'm really excited for this album. I'm so stoked. I'm gonna try to have John back on uh, to talk about it when at least when part one comes out. So because it was actually his idea. Like when I said goodbye to him at Audiofeed, he's like, "Dude, have me back on sometime. Talk about the album." So that might happen. So um, but yeah,
Hey,
cool.
exclusive.
Sweet.
I guess we are all in agreement. Yeah, pretty much. That would be nice. But yeah, that's I guess that the Close Enough gets our approval, and it's not because I'm biased. It's not because it has my last name in the title. I know that's what you guys are thinking. It has nothing to do with it. Anyways, Close
Sorry.
Enough. Good Lord, Nick.
I forgot
Gonna
to
have to
mute
edit
this
that
time. I'm usually so good at it. Anyway, this was John Van Deusen.
it's okay. All right, last song. We are going a little later. I mean, leave it to us to leave these things late, even though it wasn't supposed to be that long. But what are we doing again? I got to go back to the playlist. Oh yeah, SOWER. Eric from SOWER.
Sower.
Yeah,
Sower.
I'm
Sower.
really
Sower.
excited
Sower.
to talk
Sower.
about
Sower.
this
Sower.
song. Yes.
Oh yeah.
there's like a 10-second
There's a
lag.
fun one.
It's so funny.
Oh,
Yeah. So Eric talked about this on the interview, like before the song had come out, I mean, obviously the episode came out after the song came out, but yeah. So as far as I know, this song was very much inspired by a lot of recent events going on in CCM, and it's basically the whole song, which, by the way, is Contemporary Christian Machine, which is a play on, CCM, contemporary Christian music. It's basically just a whole critique on the CCM industry, and it's kind of masked as it's basically a parody of like modern CCM music. It's got the whoa-ohs and everything, and like the generic like sing it out lyrics and everything. Very kind of like worshipful, and it's just a lot of fun. But like it's got some lyrics in there that if you didn't know what you were listening to, like at first, but then like those verses come in and talk about like debauchery and everything, then you definitely you start getting the point at that time. But it's a scathing critique on CCM music, to say the least. But it's a lot of fun and doesn't pull any punches. But yeah, I'm really excited to hear you guys' thoughts on it.
Well, Clifford said politely critique. I say roast.
Yeah, literally set me on fire. Yeah.
Yep.
It, very much so. Yeah.
It kind of,
So what did you think about it, Nick?
so like when I think back on it, like it does help describe my feelings of when I started to leave Protestantism and like being involved in the worship team and doing all those things, because like this ain't working. And I would describe like and I would describe the contemporary Christian music scene as like a very beautiful decorative present box. It's so gorgeous, and then you open it up, and guess what's in it? Nothing.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna put the lid back on.
Pretty much,
So
yeah.
it's nothing. So it's like, well, what do you got working on? What you got going on for me? Nothing? Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of us feel the same way. I'm sure a lot of our audience have very similar feelings. I mean, it's what we've talked about on the show for a long time.
Yeah, because because like yesterday, I was hanging out listening to one of my friends' streams on Twitch. She said something about, it was either she or somebody on the chat box said something about contemporary Christian scene, and then I was like, in all caps, humorously, "Don't get me started on CCM." Like, because like we're all,
yeah,
good, because we're not all because like thankfully we are not all oblivious to the stuff in a couple of my and at least in that circle. Thankfully, it's like right now.
Yeah,
it's like in that point, it's over there, and it's more like if you know, you know. If you don't know, good.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss sometimes, but yeah. Well, I don't want to lose Josh. It kind of feels like we kind of are. What were your thoughts on contemporary Christian machine?
You're not losing me. I was. So are we supposed to like
You're
the
just
song or not? I'm confused because if I say I
Yeah,
like
true.
it, I don't know what that
You're
says.
allowed. You're allowed.
I just want to know:
I think
is liking a song a
and
good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I call it a good thing.
because yeah,
I don't know.
stylistically it is
If it-
kind of similar to the thing it's critiquing, but yeah, it's I think it's, I mean, it's sort of, I think it's fine to like it sort of in the same way to like it, and I've seen someone make this comparison before, but like a Steve Taylor song, which there's a lot of Steve Taylor songs that are like very critical of something, you know, and just kind of satirizing it
Yes.
in a way. So yeah, I I get the
Just leave it. I
dilemma,
don't need it.
but yeah, I think you could like it. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, continue what you were saying, Josh.
Okay. Well, I like it. Well, I like it. Yeah. I didn't. I didn't like the first half of it. I don't know, but the last half I
Mm-hmm.
like. And again, I don't know if I should because, like you said, he took all the classic tropes, I guess, of CCM and put it in there. So I was like, dang. Um, I will say this about SOWER. He doesn't. He still surprised me each time I hear a song because of how I was introduced to him. The EP,
Mm-hmm.
um, the first EP I heard from him. So when I hear SOWER, I attribute it to that sound. So each time I hear a new song, it's a totally different sound. So I'm like, okay, SOWER, I
Yeah.
I see this. I'm like, okay. So I would like to have a sit down
Shows that
conversation
he's
with
not a
him,
one trick
like just
pony.
to pick his brain. No, that's true. He's not a one trick pony, but I definitely he each time I hear him, I get intrigued, and I'm like, you know what? I want to sit down and talk to him and just hear him out and just have a conversation and see the brain behind the music. I guess I got that from the interview and stuff, but still, I just want to. That's what my biggest takeaway. Each time I hear a song, like I want to talk to him more, like and like because I
Yeah.
wanted to see how he processes these songs and come up with it. But yeah, it was a good song. I just don't know if I should like the song.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's
I mean,
good,
hey,
and
I think it's doing his job then.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving you conflicting
Yeah.
feelings, and I think that's what it's trying to do.
yeah, yeah, it's
Um
yeah, it definitely conflicting feelings.
yeah, sorry, you're still dealing with the lag for some reason. Maybe it's me, but yeah,
Yeah, probably.
that
Maybe.
interview with Eric was definitely, it was just the tip of the iceberg. Like there is still so much more to know about him. Like I think I've said this a bunch of times already, but he has a lot to say, and he hasn't even said it all yet. So he's a really really cool guy, very very passionate, and he does have a lot to process. That's for sure. I do think that God has given him a message, and he's taking it very seriously. So yeah, and just to make sure that that I make him happy, because he actually watches well, he listens to the show. He listens on Apple, but just to make sure that I make his day. Hey Eric, it made me think of Keith Green. It sounded like Keith Green. So there you go.
Oh, the SOWER song.
I don't know if you
That's
saw,
like that
but
one
like,
part in your YouTube shorts that I did watch. I did see of that interview. So that's like one bit I've seen.
Well, like the last
Right,
time that
it.
we
So I was like, oh,
reviewed
yeah.
him, like, well, when we reviewed his album, I just made like the quick comparison to Keith Green, and he got so excited about that, and he made like a whole short on it and everything. So, and that was
Plus
like before I met him.
Plus, he's wearing
person.
He was wearing the Keith Green shirt.
Yeah, he was repping Keith Green, which I need to have Keith Green's wife on sometime. I need to see about getting Melody Green on sometime.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
but this song also
I've got her
reminded me
the book
of
that she wrote,
the American Arson's.
Oh, nice. Sorry, Josh.
No, you're fine. I was saying it reminded
Sorry,
me
go
of the
ahead.
American
You said
Arson
American
song,
Arson, Josh?
Run, because it's talking about the same. Yeah, the song American Arson, Run,
Okay.
song, because it's talking kind of the same thing about the music industry, like you just doing this to make a living and stuff. But that's what I thought of. But yeah, SOWER is good.
Yeah, you made the when we were talking about American Arson earlier, you made that SOWER comparison. So I definitely need to give him another chance, but yeah. So again, sorry with the lag and everything. It's pretty bad today for some reason, but hopefully it's not as bad when watching this. But yeah, we're big SOWER fans here, and the song is kind of shaking up. It's been making its rounds in the indie Christian music scene. Front Porch Step shared it on his Instagram. I've just seen a lot of people talking about it. So, the one last thing, and then we're done. I thought it was interesting the lyrics, with the set me on fire and raise me higher so I can fly. That gave me I don't know if it was intentional, but it kind of gave me the what's his name, the Greek myth, Icarus. I think it was Icarus who flew too close to the sun. I'm kind of getting that kind of imagery with those lyrics, and I kind of wonder. I know it's a play on charismatic worship music, set a fire in me or whatever, but when he says it that way, set me on fire, which I love how literal that is. I wonder if that's intentional. So Eric, if that's intentional, leave a comment. But yeah, so we're fans of we're not actual fans of the contemporary Christian machine, but we're fans of the song Contemporary Christian Machine from SOWER. And that was our humble opinion. We're going to call this an episode then. Thanks again to Jonathan Allen Wright for coming on the show. It was a great time. And remember, guys, we've got Zane Vickery coming up next in the next episode. And I'm really excited for you guys to hear that. Not a lot of people know Zane Vickery, but he just so happened to make my favorite album from 2024. So very excited to have him on and talk about that album and talk about his life and his process of writing music and everything. So really cool guy. So I'm excited for you guys to check that out. Oh yeah, housekeeping. We only have 2 comments from the last episode. Jonathan Allen Wright said, Haunt Hounds shirt, because I was wearing a Haunt Hounds shirt during my interview with Eric. Haunt Hounds is Olin Rogers' balloon shop. We talked about balloon shop in the interview, so that's why he got excited. And then actually, that was the only comment. got a few comments from the shorts, and the shorts have been doing very well, especially on Instagram. So thanks guys for all the love. But yeah, thanks Jonathan Allen Wright on the for that comment. That was the only one that we got on YouTube. So keep commenting, guys, and show us the love. So yeah, Josh, how tired are you right now?
Tired at all.
Okay. You keep freezing for me. Both of you guys keep freezing, and so like Josh, whenever you freeze, you kind of have this like look where it's like so I keep thinking that you're probably a lot more. You're not as tired as you look. Yeah, it shouldn't be evident on the actual episode. No, that was my imitation of you freezing. So, anyways, before this episode gets derailed any further with this lag going on, thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Love you guys so much. And Josh and Nick, you guys are the best. Glad that the three of us could get back together for this episode. Yeah, we've got one more interview, and then things should be kind of back to normal, whatever that is. So, but yeah, thanks for all the love. You guys are the best. And yeah, all right. Well, say goodbye, kiddos.
Ready? Bye bye.
Adios.
Adios. Cool.
This is Eric from SOWER. You should definitely like and subscribe to I'm Clifford Today. I've done it. You should do it too. All right.